She's not in it, and she's also about to start shilling a new book. What is the motive here? Call me with your theories. 1-877-JVN says. That's 1-877-586-7297. Straight out to my fabulous panel, Vikki Ziegler, family law attorney, and Dr. Dale Archer, clinical psychiatrist. We need you for this one, Dr. Dale. And Bonnie Fuller, president and editor of the daily must-read website, HollywoodLife.com. All right, Vikki, Jon's lawyers say Kate's farming out her parental duties to 3 nannies and at the same time keeping him from coming in and being more of a dad. What do you make of it?
I mean, I see dollar signs all over the screen right now. I think at this point, this is what it's about. It's about visitation, perhaps, and maybe she's being a little difficult while she's away. But to change custody 3.5 months ago, they both consented. They agreed with an arbitrator that decided that she's going to be the parent of primary residence. What's changed? Her little stint on Dancing with the Stars? If you read the reviews, Jane, she's probably going to be off the show in a week or two. So do they really have an argument?
Well, listen, Kate says her dancing gig is part-time, and I say to that, baloney. Soy vegan baloney. She's recently said that her dance partner travels back and forth with her so she can practice at home and be near the kids. But come on. Every week she's got to get on a plane and schlep from Pennsylvania to L.A. That's about a 5-hour flight. Then there's the return trip. Those hours add up. And then when she's in L.A., she has hours and hours of grueling rehearsals. Take a look at this video from Monday's episode on ABC. It shows Kate and her coach getting physical in preparation for her Paso Doble dance. On show night, Kate has to go through costuming and hair. Come on, that's all time consuming. Here's my big issue. Is the Goslin scenario now 8 minus Jon plus Kate? Bonnie, isn't Dancing with the Stars an all-consuming commitment?
Listen, we've been keeping very close track on this situation. I can tell you that Kate is a working mom, that she has done everything to be there as much as possible for her kids. I mean, we hear that she doesn't leave till Saturday night, she shoots on Sunday, and then she often red-eyes back on Tuesday after the taping so she can be home for those kids first thing in the morning. She looks exhausted. That's why she's dancing so badly. In the meantime, we documented that Jon had disappeared for 28 days in a row and just was not with the kids at all. That happened over the last month. He's only recently reappeared after he broke up with his latest girlfriend. And Mr. Goslin, his primary residence is in New York City.
All right. Do you think he's doing it for the money, Bonnie? I mean, is this an attempt to get leverage? She's coming out with a new show in the fall, Kate plus 8. He's not included. He wants...
Oh, I absolutely think that it's for the money. He has no visible means of income right now. He thought he was going to get all kinds of new gigs. Nothing's materialized. Meanwhile, he is so jealous because she's dancing in front of 23 million people every week. And I think he wants attention.
All right, I got to get to this because it's so funny. When it comes to the kids, the Jon and Kate drama, well, it's that serious. But when it comes to Kate's new career as a ballroom dancer, all bets are off, people. Check out Jimmy Fallon on NBC.
I was attacked by the paparazzi again this morning. I'm pretty upset about it. I mean, I think my feelings can best be expressed in the form of dance. Just give me a minute.
Dr. Dale Archer, is it good for the kids to see their mom become such an object of scorn and ridicule, really?
Well, Jack, we know 2 definitive things from this whole mess. Number 1, Kate, you cannot dance. And number 2, Kate, you are clearly a better parent than Jon is. So I think that's the only thing we can say definitively in this whole
And Jane, I'm sure Jon Gosselin's sitting at home watching Kate, whether she's a good or bad dancer, saying, why am I paying $20,000 a month for child support when she's making a hell of a lot more money than I am? And child support and visitation and custody is always reviewable, but Jon has the burden.
He said he voted for her, by the way. Back in a moment with more. This just in from TMZ. Kate Gosselin's lawyer now saying Jon's attempt to get custody is pathetic, that the legal documents he filed are incoherent, and do I think his motivation is the children's best interest? Squarely, no. It is getting ugly. Didn't it get ugly a while ago, though, really? Lanita, North Carolina, your question or thought, ma'am?
Yes, my thought is, of course, Jon is no saint, but Kate wins no Mother of the Year award either. It seems like to me that both of them are misguided. They need to get off the television, raise those 8 children, which I understand they wanted 2, she wanted more, so now she has 8. I know she has to support them, but to me, I just wish that she would just go away, go out of the spotlight. I'm tired of listening to her. I'm tired of hearing about her. And really, if that's called dancing, the person who spoke a while ago is right. She'll be home in a couple of weeks.
Well, Lanita, thank you for that. And you're kind of dovetailing what Jon is saying. We got, CNN, an exclusive statement from Jon Gosselin's attorney, and he says, quote, part of the package that promotes that image is her children, end quote. In other words, that she's just in it for the showbiz. And whether or not she's spending time with them, quote, she's not doing the job. So, Bonnie, this is getting so darn ugly, and this has got to impact the kids.
Well, Jane, I have to point out that Jon, there's good reason that Kate doesn't want Jon spending more time with the kids. When he had them on his own for some of his periods, he actually had an affair with the babysitter and was having sex in the hot tub, and then the babysitter sold the whole story to a magazine. So she has got legitimate concerns about his ability to care for them. And if he really did want custody or to see his children more, because we have a source at HollywoodLife.com that says that's what this is really about. He just wants to see the kids more. How about talking to your ex and coming to some kind of an arrangement? You don't just go and file for custody.
But Vikki Ziegler, I've always been of the opinion water finds its own level. It's usually not just there's one bad guy and one saint.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think there's probably underlying issues going on both sides. But instead, and I think Bonnie makes a good point, this is about trying to communicate for your children. You're going to be parents the rest of your lives. They're divorced. Why do we have to bring it in front of the media, in front of the world? I think it's a poor display, and I think it sets a bad example for their children. If he really wants more time, go for it.
Dr. Dale, you have the last word.
Yeah, you bring it before the media when you are a fame addict. These two are addicted to fame. They're addicted to the camera. That's what they do. So it's inappropriate. It's bad for the kids, and they need to stop it, but I don't see it.
I just hope they put a little aside for the shrink bills these kids are going to need when they grow up because of Mom and Dad. All right, thank you, fabulous panel, for joining me tonight. We're going to stay on top of all of our stories. You are watching Issues on HLN.